Hello guys, welcome to my channel Science and Engineering Knowledge Academy. I am Afnan Haider Khan. Today we are going to start our series of lecture on entrepreneurship, and today we have the first lecture, Introduction to Entrepreneurship. So let's start with the Oxford Dictionary definition of entrepreneurship. Oxford Dictionary states the activity of setting up a business or businesses taking on financial risks in the hope of profit. Here, what you see is that entrepreneurship is the activity, it's a process of what? Of setting up a business or businesses, taking on financial risk in the hope of profit. Here you would see that there are multiple things which are missing. Yes, the definition is quite precise, but it does not elaborate other risks. It is talking about financial risk only. So therefore, we have to go and search for other definitions. Stevenson and Gerillo, they define entrepreneurship as the process by which individuals pursue opportunities without regard to resources they currently control. Here, entrepreneurship has been defined as a process where individuals pursue opportunities without taking on the resources, without regarding the resources they are in control of, right? So they do not regard the resources they currently control, and they want to pursue those opportunities which comes in a way, right? So that might turn into a profitable business, or that might not turn into a profitable business because the resources are not initially there at the start of that opportunity, right? Again, this definition is not elaborating the main crux of the entrepreneurship. Fred Wilson is a venture capitalist and a blogger. He defines entrepreneurship is the art of turning an idea into a business. Again, it's the main focus of an entrepreneurship. In an entrepreneurship is an art. Entrepreneurship is a process where you convert your idea into a profitable business. But again, here there are no mention of risks involved. There are no mentions of the uncertainties that are involved in this process. So again, we have to look for some other definitions. There are a lot of definitions of entrepreneurship. So one by one, we are going to move forward and trying to combine all these definitions and to search for a very good kind of a definition of an entrepreneurship, which explains almost every aspect involved in the process of entrepreneurship. Robert Hesrett's definition, he says that entrepreneurship is the process of creating something different with value, something different with value, which means that it must be an innovative idea, an innovation, a new idea, something which has value, right? By devoting the necessary time and effort, assuming the accompanying financial, psychological, and social risks, and receiving the resulting reward of monetary and personal satisfaction. Now, this definition has almost every aspect of entrepreneurship process. So it defines that entrepreneurship is basically converting or creating something different, something new, which has value, and you have to devote your necessary time and effort, assuming all the accompanying risk, whether that is financial, psychological, social, in a hope of receiving the resulting reward of monetary and personal satisfaction. So now let's combine all these definitions and all these explanations of the entrepreneurship. And so what we have learned and what we have understood is that entrepreneurship is a process which takes a new idea or innovation under conditions of uncertainty and searches for a scalable and repeatable business model. So that's what we have understand up till now, that what entrepreneurship is. Entrepreneurship is a process which takes new idea or innovation under conditions of uncertainty. Those uncertainties are risks factor that involve, which Robert has actually mentioned over here, that could be financial risks, that could be psychological risks, that could be social risks. All type of risk and uncertainties are involved in the process of entrepreneurship. If you are going to convert your new idea or innovation or value added to something, right, in a search of scalable and repeatable business model. You're not in a position of established business or running a business. You are in a process of creating a business, right? You are not at entrepreneurship is basically the process of making a startup, not an established business, right? So entrepreneurship is the very basic idea of starting a new idea, working on that new idea, keeping all the risk factor intact, and search for a scalable and repeatable business model. So who is entrepreneur? Now that we have understand what entrepreneurship is simply the search for a scalable and repeatable business model, keeping all the uncertainties intact, assuming all the risk factors involved by converting. So then you would be able to convert your idea into a business without uncertainty. There are no startups without any uncertainty. There is no process of entrepreneurship involved without taking any risk factor involved. Now, those people who identify those business opportunity and then take those risks and then provide all those resources which are required to create and operate that venture so that they can achieve a profitable and scalable business and have impact on the society. So those people are called entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs take the risk, take those opportunities into investing time and energy and all those resources required to make that business into a profitable venture, right? So these people are called entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs have some traits. So if you look into that definition, so we would actually come across four properties from this particular definition. That they would be innovator because they would identify those opportunity, they would identify the new ideas, they would try to develop the new products, services, and even they would try to modify the existing businesses and try to create a new startup from a running business. So they would be innovator. The second one assumes the risk, so they would take risk. They are risk takers. They will willingly take the financial risk, market or personal and societal, all kind of risks, right? And again, combining all those resources together and to make and to operate a venture, so for that it requires a leadership quality. That entrepreneur has to be a leader. He motivates and organizes the team to achieve the goals. And if you look, so if it has a societal impact on the society, so he would be a problem solver. He would find creative solution to the challenges, to the problems that are there in the society, and turn it into a business model where the entrepreneur would be able to get money out of the pockets of the customers. Now, why become an entrepreneur? So look, there are multiple aspects where an entrepreneur becomes an entrepreneur, right? First and foremost, it's very important, most of the entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs because they want independence. They do not want to work under any bosses, right? They want to be their own boss. And that is one of the reasons why entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs in the market. Most of the entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs because they want to be their own boss. Second, innovation. There is a desire to pursue their own ideas. They do not want to have a 8 to 5 job, a normal routine, a desk job where they are going to use the same process again and again. They want to innovate, right? They want to work on their idea that's going on in their mind, that's the opportunities that are going to come in their way. So they want to turn that into to work on that idea, and so that's why they want to become an entrepreneur. Financial rewards, obviously, salaries are not enough to get a financial up boost in your life. So obviously, if an entrepreneur want a financial reward and in search of the profit, the entrepreneur become an entrepreneur, right? Fourth, personal growth. When you are in an environment where the personal growth stops, your personal growth stops, obviously you are in a chaotic position where you want to grow. There's a personal desire that everyone wants to grow. So if you want to grow and you want to develop the personal resilience and leadership skills, so most of the people do not get these kind of personal growth and opportunities in the salaried job or in the job sector. So they want to be an entrepreneur so that they can get develop their resilience and leadership skills and have a personal growth. Societal impact. Some of the people becomes an entrepreneur because they want to impact on the society. They want to create job. They want to contribute to the economic growth of the society. And so these are some of the main factors that why someone would want to become an entrepreneur, right? So I would say that more than 50% or 80%, in fact, close to 100% people would want independent. They want to be their own bosses. And that's why they want to become an entrepreneur. So that is one of the main reasons, even among these all reasons. Now, there are 10 characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. So we are going to see it one by one. Number one, curiosity. If you're not curious about things, you would not be able to basically compete in the society. You will not be able to become an entrepreneurship. You have to show the curiosity about your idea, about your business, about your startup, about the things that are that are happening around you. So that's why you will be curious to know about the things, to get the opportunity, to know the opportunity. And for that, there must be a trait and a characteristic of an entrepreneur that he or she must be curious about things, that why things are going to happen like this. There must be a curiosity of knowing things, and that's how they would be able to convert something into an opportunity for their startup, for their business. Willingness to experiment. Most of the people do not have that trait, but successful entrepreneurship must have this trait. They would show their willingness to experiment. They would not just have their idea in their mind, but they would try to implement that in all the best possible ways, and all engaging all the resources and all the capability they have to convert their idea and to start working on their idea. So they would have the willingness to experiment. Adaptability. One have to be adaptable to the situations, right? Because if you are going to convert your idea into a business, at every step, at every single step, different things are going to happen. So you have to adapt to the situation, and you have to show the adaptability in yourself, in your business, in your idea, in your approach towards your business. Those who do not have these characteristics are not successful entrepreneurs. Decisiveness. An entrepreneur must have this decisiveness. Once he or she has taken a decision, then they must have to stand by their decision and try not to be someone who is always confused about their decisions. They have to work before taking a decision. Once they have taken a decision, so they must have to be firm on their decisions. Self-awareness. It's very important. It is very much important that your self-awareness is there. Your self-awareness is alive. You know what's going on. You know your capabilities. You know what are your potentials. You should know what are your goods and what are your bads. You should know what are your capabilities and what are your limitations. So you have to know about yourself. You have to be aware of your strengths and your limitations. Risk tolerance. Obviously, entrepreneurships should have this trait of risk tolerance. If not, because entrepreneurship is a process of taking risks. If somebody has no risk tolerance, they cannot be a good entrepreneur. Comfort with failure. Failure is a part of entrepreneurship. If you are going to convert your idea or an innovation or an opportunity into a business, into a scalable and profitable business, so there would be failures, and you have to be comfortable with your failures. You have to learn from those failures and then try to make corrective measures rather than going disappointed and have no faith in that idea. You have to try new things. You have to go you have to go beyond those areas where you are going to where you have failed, basically, because failure is not an option for an entrepreneur, for a successful entrepreneur. Persistence, very important thing. Because if you are not persistent on your idea, on your work, on your model, on your mission, on your goals that you have set, whether that is in your life or whether that is in the business, you are not going to succeed. Persistence is very much important. Innovating thinking. Converting idea into a business is something else, and then trying to innovate your idea into a profitable business and keep on innovating to be relevant into the market. You require innovating thinking. That is a trait of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur always try to innovate the business. Long-term focus. An entrepreneur usually do not focus on short-term goals. They are focused on long-term goals. They are focused on they plan to execute long-term business plans, to come up with long-term activity chart in order to capture the market in the coming years rather than within few months. So it's a long-term focus. They require long-term focus on their ideas, try to innovate, try to achieve their goals, and the goals are set in a long-term perspective. There are some baby steps that are required meanwhile, but the focus is on the long-term goals. So these are the 10 characteristics of the successful entrepreneurs. These are some other common traits of the entrepreneur. You can go through all these traits. There are some common myths about entrepreneurs, and these are the 10 common myths about entrepreneurs. Number one, entrepreneurs are doers, not thinkers. Entrepreneurs are born, not made. Entrepreneurs are always inventors. Entrepreneurs are economic and social misfits. Entrepreneur must fit the profile. All entrepreneurs need is money. All entrepreneurs need is luck. Ignorance is bliss for entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs seek success but experience high failure rates. Entrepreneurs are extreme risk taker, that is, gamblers. So these are the common myths about entrepreneurs. This is not how it is. It requires a lot of dedication, some good traits into an entrepreneur. And these 10 are the top common myths about entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are not born, right? Entrepreneurs are born, not made. No, 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 no. It's not like that. Entrepreneurs are made. They go through processes. They go through self-adaptation into a lot of things. There is a continuous quality improvement in their personal life, in their thinking, in their they learn from their experiences. They want to explore more and more about their ideas, and a lot of effort is involved in there. Entrepreneurs are not born; they are actually made, right? And like these, all of these are myths about the entrepreneurs. All right. So that is it for today's lecture. Thank you so very much.